Welcome to Sheetload of Templates. Today we're going to take a look at how you can take a boring worksheet or any sort of questions that you have that you need your students to practice and turn it into an engaging, self-checking digital activity that gives students random lottery tickets. The students are going to definitely want to finish this activity because they got to see if they won. So basically how the activity works is as students answer correctly, the lottery ticket scratches off, and if students answer incorrectly, they get some feedback to let them know they should go back and revise their answer. And then when they're finished, they can determine whether they have a winning ticket based on the requirements here, or if they just ended up not winning. So first thing we want to do to create your activity is type in your questions. Now, I highly recommend if you have a worksheet or a digital worksheet that you can grab and copy and paste that information. That will make the process a little bit faster. But if you just want to make up the questions off the top of mind, you could do that as well. My questions for this activity are a little bit longer. So the first thing I'll do is just hover my mouse over the cells here, and then you're going to slide this over to make that space a little bit wider. And don't forget, you can grab the link to this activity right on the page that you're on. And I'll do the same thing for the answers. Now our students have a little bit more space to write, and so do we as the teacher who's creating the questions. Like I said, I'm just going to copy those questions over. I have a digital file of that worksheet, so I'll copy those questions right into my sheet. To save some time, I'm going to go ahead and open all of those, I'm going to go ahead and highlight and copy over the rest of those questions all at once. You may be able to do that, you may not. It depends on where you're copying and pasting that information from. If you'll notice, mine did mess up some of the formatting, so we can change that real quick if that happens to you. What you'll do is go to the borders here. We have all the borders turned on, a medium weight. So you click on this button to change to the medium weight. Click on all borders. Something else that it changed was the text. I had the text set to bold and I believe 12-point font. And you notice that it's also cutting off some of the text. We'll need to hit this button here, text wrapping, and then choose the center. That will make it go on multiple lines. Last thing I want to change is the alignment. It changed it to the upper vertical alignment. I want the middle. And now it's ready to go. So pretty much we have our worksheet here. Now we just need to update our answer key. To update the answer key, you'll scroll down to J171 and begin to type in your answers. Now, if you have the worksheet, you can reference your worksheet as you go. If you don't have the worksheet, my recommendation would be to copy and paste those questions down here, and then you can just delete them later. Again, I'm going to just copy over my answers and paste them all at once to save us some time. If you're able to do that, that's great. Now, as far as the formatting goes, I don't have to change this because this will be hidden from students anyway. I'm just changing it back so that it looks the same as it did for you. All right, your sheet should look something like this. And our next step is to actually go ahead and hide the answers and all the other information from students. We can do that by clicking this green button right here. The Google Sheet will work some magic, and then we'll scroll up back to the top. Since we don't need students to really see any of that information below this section, we can just click on row 24, hit Shift, Control, and then arrow down. That'll highlight all the columns. Sorry, we have to do that arrow down twice. That'll highlight all the rows. Do a right click off to the side there and hide rows. Make sure you don't delete the rows because that actually is how the activity is running. Over here at W, we'll hold down So we'll click on the W column, hold down Control Shift, and then arrow over to the right. Right click and hide the columns. For some reason, mine put a bar here when we did that. If that happens to you, just hit merge cells twice and it should go away. As you'll notice, all of our answers are now marked as incorrect. And to fix that, all we have to do now is type in the correct answer. What I would recommend is going through and answering all of your questions before you send this off to students. Once you've tested all of your answers and you're sure everything is functioning correctly, spelled correctly, all of that, you'll highlight all these cells, hit backspace or delete to clear out the answers, and now your sheet is almost ready for students. The last thing you want to do is get rid of these other template options. Now, these template options are available to you, but we won't explain any of these in this video. If you want to learn more about our different layouts, such as multiple choice, where students can select from a list of answers, or basic task card layout, where you have a picture or image or larger text of the questions, you would definitely want to sign up for our email list. All you have to do that is sign up for our free activity, and we'll go over all these different options with you and how to set up those different functions, such as an answer with a label, which is great for math class. But for right now, we don't need any of these sheets. If you wanted to add some differentiation, you could add some of these additional sheets. But for right now, we don't need them. So we'll click on that first one, scroll over to the last one, hold down Shift, click on the last one, right click, and just choose delete. It will warn you, if you did it correctly, it will warn you that you're going to delete multiple sheets at once. For some reason, mine didn't register that I had selected multiple. So yes, I do want to delete all 7 of those sheets. Click OK. And your sheet is ready to share with students. Each student, when they open the file, will get a new version of the lottery ticket. That lottery ticket opens and provides a new ticket when it's refreshed. There's, I think, 6 or 7 different lottery tickets that students may end up getting, and about 25% of your students most likely, well, it's based on the theoretical probability. So about 25% of your students may win. You'll get more or less depending on your class, and the activity is ready to go. You can share this in Google Classroom, Canvas, Schoology, wherever you usually share resources with students. Just make sure each student is getting their own copy of the file. If you don't have a way of doing that on the platform that you currently use, what you can do instead is provide students with a forced copy. To get a forced copy, you'll click on the share button, it'll come up restricted at first, change restricted to anyone with the link. Copy the link. This doesn't matter. You can make them viewer, editor, doesn't matter. Copy link, click done. And then whenever you share that link with students, one thing you want to do is you want to change the word edit. So find the word edit. It's toward the end of the hyperlink. Change the word edit to copy, and then share that link with students. They will get this message to make a copy of the activity. But that's it. You're ready to go. You now have an engaging activity your students are going to love to use. If you'd like more of our activities, you can definitely check out our freebie. You sign up for our email list, and we'll be sending you even more of these amazing activities. All right, enjoy.